most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Show, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Because
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Back pain? Question mark. Never do this in the morning.
This is critical.
Yeah, you got to follow our advice on this one for the one, for the one time. Yeah. You
Oh,
don't always
right.
have to follow our advice. Okay. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, you want to join us on our social media channels and go to our website, bobandbrad.com, because we're always giving something away. Right now, we're giving away these. This is really cool. We're giving away 2 of the massage guns. These things have great percussion and they really work to muscles deep.
Right.
So-
It's you might call it a heavy duty massage gun for those large muscle mass. You really want to get in and work them out.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can find us on Facebook, Bob and Brad. It's pinned at the top of the page. Short version of us, Instagram and Twitter. It's a 60-second program on those days.
Yeah, we
every
talk
day.
really fast.
Yeah, we talk really fast. We just speed it up. All right. Many of you out there may have experienced this phenomena where at night you're able to take your socks off real easy, and then in the morning you find out you're real stiff and you're not able to do it. as
Right.
easy.
Yep. More back pain, more other joints as well.
Right. And part of what's going on there is your discs. Now, the discs that are in between the vertebrae. So we got, do we want to show a spine?
Well, we probably should. We got one tucked away over
All
there.
right, let me
Looks like
grab
he's
this.
Taking a nap as we
Yeah,
speak.
we're really planned out well here, aren't we?
Well, what can we say?
So we got the bones of the entire spine here. What do we got? 32, Brad? Do you remember?
Well, yeah, somewhere in
We'll
there.
count
Bob.
them all
I
later.
just got back from a long weekend.
So anyway, we got in between the bones are the discs. Now these discs at night, they imbibe or take in fluid.
Right. It's like a balloon. If you blow a balloon up, they do that. And actually, it's amazing how much they do.
Right, because what they have found that throughout the day, you can lose as much as 0.7 inches of height.
That-
In other words, the water gets squeezed out basically.
Out of each individual at once, it all adds up. Obviously, probably more in the lumbar than upper ones
Right,
because
'cause
they're,
they're
much
larger.
larger. Mhm.
Larger discs. Now, the problem with that is that in the morning, when that fluid is in that discs, it actually is putting a lot more pressure on the discs and the ligaments. We're going to show you that in just a minute. According to a study by Adams, Dolan, and Hutton in
Whoa.
1987,
Mhm.
that the ligament stresses had increased by 80%, but the disc pressure stresses increased by 300%. So what I'm saying in summary here
Yeah,
is
quit
that,
babbling,
yeah,
Bob.
is that you have a greater chance of injuring your back in the morning, especially with flexion motions.
Bending forward,
Yeah,
particularly in that first 30 to 60 minutes out of bed.
exactly. After an hour or so, things have kind of already started. The water had been squishing out,
Right.
and so you're less at risk. So
Right.
we're going to talk about a few things that you shouldn't do in the morning right away, right when you get up.
Right.
But right now, just want to show real quick, Brad, the discs and the ligaments.
Yes. So here we have a vertebra model, L5. I should have wrote it on there, and L4 we'll call it, and then the disc, which has fluid in it. Which this is a really nice ball that has fluid in it, and it can imbibe. The reason that you're one of the big benefits of your disc sucking in that fluid is that's how they survive.
Right.
They get nutrients in, and then they flush out the old waste products, and so that has to
The
happen.
body is amazing, isn't it?
Yep. So look at this. So let's say that.
I can hold
Yeah,
it,
can you
Brad.
hold that, Bob? Squish her down. So by the end of the day, can you zoom in on that? If you look at the black line here and the one here, this is what your disc may look like as it's squished out and thinner. And then as you sleep, it fills up. And, this may be exaggerated. You're not
Yeah.
going to gain that much on one disc. But throughout the whole spine, if you're a taller person like Bob, he's probably 6'6" in the morning at night and 6'7" in the morning.
That's right. Yeah. And look what also has that. This represents the ligaments. Bone attaches bone to bone, and that also got stretched out. So there's more stress on that.
Right. So when you bend forward, you want to show
Yeah.
that, Bob? But when you bend forward, it really
Oh,
stretches that
yeah.
longitudinal ligament and the disc, the annulus, the wall of the disc is what's holding that fluid in. Just pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, the first thing we want to make sure is that you're going to get out of bed correctly. So many people, when they get out of bed, do this. They do a sit up. And that's about the worst thing you can do because that's putting a lot of stress on the back, a lot of flexion moment, I would say. Won't you, Brad?
Particularly the low back, and which is where most of the herniated discs are.
Yep. So what you want to do is roll to your side, bring your legs off, and then push up with your arms.
Yeah.
The alternative to that would be to roll over all the way onto your stomach and then get off like this. Go ahead and bring the legs off the edge and
Keep
keeping
that
the
back
back straight the
yeah.
entire time.
Mhm.
So also, in addition to that, if you're going to put your socks and shoes on, you could either have, if you have good flexibility, keeping your back straight while
Yep.
you're doing it, you can bring it over like that
Sure.
and put them on. You can also put them on in bed. I mean, you could go ahead and have them nearby you and bring your feet up like this and put your socks and shoes on that. And that means
Right. Because if you do get up and you, without thinking about it, bend over to put your socks and shoes on, boy, that really puts a lot of stress on those discs, which they're already filled up with fluid.
Yeah.
More, that's that 300% numbers I bet you where it's
big
coming
big
from.
increase, right?
Yep.
So also, if you like to exercise in the morning, try to avoid any flexion based exercise at that time.
So anything bent, either sitting and slouching is really bad, or just bending over. Even if you have good body mechanics,
It's going to be more
much
stress.
it's much better than this. But still, didn't is there a period of time of
They say about an hour. You're fine after an hour.
Okay.
Now, if you run or walk in the morning, that actually reduces the time because you're actually squishing the fluid out
Right.
quicker. So if you get up and walk right away in the morning, you can probably bend maybe within a half hour.
Right. And you're gonna have to
Um,
listen to your body too.
Yeah, listen to your body.
If it's painful,
And
back off.
beyond that, I would avoid sitting in that really rounded out position
right.
away in the morning.
well, all the time. Actually.
Yeah, all the time anyway. But that especially, you don't want to go and eat your bowl of cereal and lay on the couch and
Yeah, or look at your cell phone or your.
should say lie in the couch. Would that be lie in the couch?
Well, I think you lay bricks, but you lie down, or
Right,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, we're learning this from all
Oh,
English majors that
yeah,
watch our program.
somebody just emailed me and she said you're driving my mom nuts. She's
We
she
really.
teaches Latin. She said.
Oh, really?
But-
Wow.
So we're trying to get better.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Latin. There's a lot of anatomy parts named in Latin.
yes, there is. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
we know a little bit of Latin.
Right.
Yeah, at least we think we do. So
Yeah. Now this is the end of the thing, so you can start
carpe
tuning
diem.
out.
Carpe diem.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Vina Vina Vinci.
There we go.